Hey everybody, Polvs here. First and foremost, I want to thank you for all the support and great feedback I got on my previous video. It means the world to me to see that those videos are adding value to your World of Warcraft day to day. I also want to thank you for your patience as I work to upload more content. Most of my free time and bandwidth has actually gone towards my music production, and I've been releasing quite a good amount of songs. So if you want to check out my music, you can find me Polvs on Spotify and SoundCloud, spelled the same. Great gaming music. It's more dance EDM genre. Go take a look at that if that's something that interests you. Today I want to talk about Hekili, a rotation helper add-on that is similar to HeroRotation, a previous video I did, and kind of talk about what my personal recommendation is on the two add-ons, what the differences are, the key differences, and really what makes them unique from each other in a lot of ways. So hope you enjoy. So how do you download Hekili and other add-ons? You're gonna need to get CurseForge on your PC. Once you get CurseForge, you're gonna open it up and you're gonna go in here, type Hekili. You're gonna pop up and you're gonna hit install right where it says actions. Mine's been updated, so that's why mine says updated. I'm not gonna go into too much detail on how to install add-ons. My prior video on how to maximize your DPS has more context if you're interested in that. So let's talk quickly about rotation helpers and what they're there for. Rotation helpers are there to lay the foundation and to maximize your DPS, assuming you're fighting a target dummy. To really simplify it, that's what it's for. It's not gonna tell you mechanics. It's not gonna tell you how to avoid mechanics. It's not gonna tell you, hey, you should stop DPS on this face because the boss is gonna go immune and you don't wanna blow all your CDs only to not be able to perform them. So a good example of this is Prince, when he knocks you up in the air, and if you blow all your CDs, that's like 5 seconds of not cooldown time for the boss fight. So you're actually losing DPS there, and that's something you will have to apply with your human logic, but you're all geniuses, so you got that anyways. Let's talk about the delta and the differences between Hekili and HeroRotation, what we're all here for. Out of the box, and I'm gonna keep this pretty high level on purpose because I want you all to make your assessment of what you prefer to use. But face value, the main difference is Hekili out of the box is 1, 2, 3. It lists your abilities. HeroRotation only shows one ability at a time. At first, I personally wasn't a fan of this because I was so used to HeroRotation, the other rotation helper. But I have grown more familiar with this and I actually like this now. It helps me plan ahead. If I see Vanish right here, I know Vanish is coming off cooldown or it already is off cooldown, which is great for just thinking through things. And usually I'm not staring directly at this. I'm doing something else and I see it in my peripherals and it just helps me, it helps remind myself that, hey, this is coming up. The next one is gonna be, there's no dependencies. HeroRotation has 2 dependencies. Hekili works straight out of the box, which is great. And then the last one is it's updated frequently. Hekili is optimized for, I haven't seen a class that it doesn't work for. It updates next day after a patch, which is great because you don't want to go to a raid with a broken add-on. That's always unfortunate. DBM, we're talking to you. And then there are some minor tweaks. There's more customization with Hekili. The 3 main differences, to recap: it lists spells in the order, no dependencies on the add-on downloads, and then it's updated on a more frequent basis. There's more classes that are optimized. For these reasons, I've actually swapped Hekili full time. I really love this add-on, and I actually use it more for keeping myself centered during boss fights rather than I'm just staring at it and going, okay, mark for death, roll of bones, because once you get familiar with your class, you're not gonna do that anyway. You're gonna be moving, it's gonna be fast paced, but this does help you bring you to the center. And I do like this planning aspect. Here's a perfect example. HeroRotation would just say slice and dice. It showed me Vanish here. I know now Vanish is off cooldown. All right, so let's talk about some of the small annoyances that come with really any rotation helper, but there's one specific to Hekili. So the Hekili specific one is gonna be, and really this is due to the way it's set up, sometimes these abilities will spaz out, and I notice they'll toggle back and forth depending on what's coming off cooldown. There's a few other reasons for that it happens, but again, once you get familiar with your class, this will be your foundation and you won't need to worry too much about that. When it happens, just know that it's gonna auto-correct itself. You don't need to do anything, let it do its thing, and it lasts less than 2 seconds most of the time. And it's very rare when it does happen anyways. The other piece that I did want to hit on is, and again, this is more of a knowing your class than a add-on issue. It's not going to account for openers, mechanics, boss fights, what to avoid, etc. And I know I hit on this a few times, but I've had a lot of questions around, well, hey, how will it help me in this boss fight? These add-ons assume you know the boss fights, and you know when you should stop DPSing and when you shouldn't stop DPSing. It's not perfect. It's just saying, hey, if you're fighting a target dummy, you should do this in this order to get maximum DPS. And then that leads me to my last one, which is more of a subset annoyance, if anything. And again, these are very tiny and minimal, but you now have a huge block in the middle of your screen. You can actually change that by going into interface, Hekili, options, and I'm not going to go too much through all the options here. There's more extensive videos, but I want to keep this one more short and sweet. When you open up options, it will be right here. Just pull it off to the side. You got to click that to move it. And you can actually move these around. So if you're like, okay, hey, I want it down here, or I want it more up here, you have abilities to customize it. You have your cooldown abilities, defensives, interrupts, all that good stuff, and you can move it around as you see fit. So this one is less of an issue because you do have the ability to customize it however you want to, however fit your screen best. And I use default UI. I know I'm weird. If you like that clean UI, this really gives you a lot of flexibility there. But for me, it's, you know, the uglier the better. So that's why I go with default. So anyways, I hope this video was helpful for you all. Just know that right out the box, you can download Hekili and it will already add value to your rotation, especially if you're new to a class. I personally, as I mentioned earlier, have swapped to Hekili full time. I really, really, really like this add-on. And I want to know in the comments, which rotation helper do you like more, HeroRotation, Hekili, and why? Let me know in the comments. And again, thank you all for your patience. Thank you all for the support. I really do appreciate you all. I try to get back to every single comment. For some reason, some of my comments started getting deleted, but if I can't respond or you don't see response from me in a timely manner, you find me on Facebook, find me on Instagram, Pulves Official, or Discord. My Discord is linked on my channel as well. I'm happy to respond there. So I hope you have a great rest of your day, and it was great seeing you all again. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.